Tell us the story of Geoloqi.
The story of Geoloqi. When I was 4, my dad used to read a book called The Evolution of Consciousness before I went to sleep. And I had insomnia and I couldn't sleep. So I was trying to think about that and technology, and I really wanted to see statistics on people and like allow people to do magical things by just walking into spaces and having these little things that were stuck into their hand that they could do cool stuff with. Anyway, that ended up being mobile devices and Facebook and things like that, but I didn't know this would exist when I was 4. In Portland in 2008, I played this game called Pac-Manhattan, which is a real-time Pac-Man game. And you have to be on a phone, and there's a controller booth, and they tell you what intersection the Pac-Man's at, and you say your intersection every time you get to one. So I said, that'd be really cool to do this game all on a phone with GPS. GPS was not in smartphones yet. And I said, this is going to be really hard, but I really want to do that. And also, there was this feeling that I got from playing the game. It wasn't that I was playing a computer game. I wasn't hunched in front of technology. I felt like a kid again. I felt like a 5-year-old. Just running and getting exercise and having a great time. I said, well, that's a legitimate thing to strive for, where technology is invisible, it goes away and lets you live your life. So I said, I want to make this. So we made this real-life Pac-Man game, and you can watch it on your mobile phone and see all these people entering and leaving geofences in real time. So that's kind of the story behind Geoloqi. We had to build something, and we wanted to build something real time. Park Research, in the 1970s, they had this guy named Mark Weiser. And Mark Weiser said that the best technology should be invisible, it should get out of the way, let you live your life, and that technology will increase in capability while decreasing in size. I have this term, superhuman interaction design, that you should be designing interfaces that make you feel awesome and adrenaline rushed and happy and powerful and you know, excited about using it. And I think Flipboard's a great example of that app. You can cleanly, relaxingly flow through the information versus a feed reader where you're like, oh no, I didn't read that thing, I better read that thing, and it says there's 500 things that are left to read, oh no. And that's what I would call a panic architecture, where you're panicking when you're looking at all of the items. You can do very curious things with real time, like if you have a game, right? You can have things happen instantaneously in a very easy interface, not with an old, candy bar phone in 2006 in some backwater research department using Wi-Fi networks that cost $20,000 to set up. It was on my phone right now. I can send somebody a map, and they can leave me a note, and I can get it. And so I set out the map. I said, hey, everyone, leave me a GeoNote. And a bunch of people started leaving me notes. And the best notes were, there's a blackberry patch over here, go get blackberries. And I'd be walking along and I'd get a message, blackberries! And I would go and pick blackberries. Where suddenly you can kind of play with this equation on top of reality through location. And I just thought that was cool. I mean, I think that the best technology makes people superhumans. And the worst technology makes them feel destroyed by it. People ask me about the singularity, and I think the singularity happens every once in a while, right? It's, 9/11 was a singularity, Steve Jobs' death was a singularity that most connected people experienced at the same time. That was a real-time situation. News of an earthquake is real-time, right? And so you can get this high resolution of communication in a real-time environment that you can't get with a static or asynchronous environment. So networks where, some guy falls down and slips in the bathtub, and his bathtub automatically sends out a signal of the ambulance driver so that they can treat him in the ambulance on the way over to the hospital, right? Like intense sensor networks and communication networks that happen at the speed of neurons, right? Our brains work in real time. Why doesn't the real world work in real time?